consciousness is not within you. Consciousness is the field in which your experience takes place. And actually, although I sometimes refer to this contraction of consciousness, in the same way that your mind at night doesn't really contract into the dreamed character, your mind is always in the same condition. It just overlooks its natural condition and seems to contract into the dreamed character. Likewise, consciousness seems to forget itself or overlook itself and to localize itself as each of our minds. But in fact, consciousness is always in the same condition. So there's no real expansion of consciousness. This well of feelings that I referred to are the layers of feeling that have been laid down, usually early on in our life, and subsequently suppressed, that they bubble up in consciousness, and as they do so, they are exposed to the light of consciousness, to the peace of consciousness, to the non-judgmental nature of consciousness. So having been buried all these years, that they are allowed up into the light, and we just surrender them to the presence of consciousness, and in time they dissolve. So that it's not consciousness that expands. You could say it's our feelings that expand, that take their full expression in awareness, and in time evaporate into it. It's not awareness itself that changes or expands. We are the already fully expanded presence of awareness.
So it's not a matter of the lighter, technically our mind, body, spirit getting lighter and lighter and, let's say, integrating, then other things open up for us.
No, the spirit, which in this case would be consciousness, is already transparent, luminous, empty. Its nature doesn't change, but our thoughts, and particularly our feelings, seem to cloud this transparency and openness. So there is our thoughts and feelings, sensations and perceptions become more transparent. In fact, the meditation that we did this morning was we were encouraging this increasing transparency of the body. Instead of feeling the body as something solid, dense, located, heavy, we were feeling the body as just this ripple in consciousness, just a vibration in awareness, of awareness. So it's the feelings and the sensations particularly that become increasingly transparent, that they are permeated with the body, the density of the body is permeated with the transparency, the lightness, the openness, the lovingness of awareness.
So in order to deepen that, is it more of the meditations and more listening and more, is there, quote, practice to experience more of that?
It's really the meditations. Follow the meditations in your experience. Really the meditations that we do are really of two different types. The first, particularly in the first few days of the retreat, the meditations are all about recognizing ourselves as awareness. So in the first few days, we don't talk about thoughts or feelings or emotions or sensations or perceptions much. We just, what am I really? What is the space in which my experience appears? Who or what is it that knows my experience? These kind of questions that take our attention back to the presence of awareness. We establish, I am the presence of awareness. Awareness is a space-like presence in which all experience appears. So this is what I call the inward-facing path, the path where we turn away from the objective content of our experience backwards or inwards or selfwards to awareness. And then after a few days, when we are established, when we understand and feel I am this open, empty space of awareness, then we turn, this is the second type of meditation. Now we then turn towards objective experience, in particular our feelings and our sensations. And we try to experience feelings and sensations, that is the experience of the body, in a way that is consistent with our new understanding. Namely, everything appears in consciousness and is made of consciousness. So what we were doing this morning was this, what I call sometimes the yoga meditations. These meditations where, it started off this morning, just going to the presence of awareness. But as the meditation developed, at one point I said, give your attention to the body. So here we're turning around, as it were. We're no longer giving our attention to the presence of awareness. We then beginning to include our felt experience of the body, and we offer that experience or surrender that body to the transparency of awareness, and we use these visualization exercises to allow the felt experience of the body to become increasingly permeated by the lightness and the peace and the luminosity of awareness. And then the result is that the body is washed clean of the knot of the me feeling. The body becomes, the tensions release, the body becomes transparent, open, sensitive, loving. One way I could sum it up by saying that for most people, awareness seems to share the qualities and the properties of the body. That is, awareness seems to be something solid, dense, limited, located, temporary, finite, with an age, with a gender, etc. But as our understanding develops, it's the body that becomes more like awareness. The body, the body, as it were, acquires the qualities that are inherent in awareness. It becomes more transparent, lighter, more sensitive, more luminous. I'm explaining it now. In the mornings, we're actually in the lab doing the experiment. We're actually going through the experiment. Now it's like we're in the classroom. I'm explaining it. So the thing to do would be to, yes, use these conversations to clarify anything that you're not sure about. But the meditations, that's when we're really in the lab exploring our experience, performing experiments on our experience.